All right. All right, everybody. Hopefully, everybody can see me and or hear me. Both of them. All right. So, I decided randomly that I'm going to do a review of Wheatland Spring, which is a farm and brewery. Their Colin. That doesn't sound right. So I'm gonna say calling a Kolsch-Style ale. They are based out of Virginia. Can't remember exactly. They give a lot of good information. I love it. Let's see. Colin. When a local creation charms so many that it reaches out for beyond its origin, we pay homage by answering the call. Ingredients: Wheatland spring water, Piedmont grain, Old World hops, and Yale yeast. Methods. That's the other thing. This is the first beer I've ever had that actually tells you the methods. So we have stainless steel ferment, naturally carbonated, and tank conditioned. Comes in at 4.8% ABV, made with 100% renewable energy. Awesome. Brewed exclusively with craft malt. That's pretty cool. Canned on date. Yeah, this one's old. This is 5/30/2023. It is. This is like 3.5 months old. But again, I mean, it's a Kolsch. Not that bad. Unfiltered, living beer. Enjoy fresh. Love it. Let's dive in. Yeah. Do that. So that is an absolutely clear beer. Pours out, I'm going to say, a very light yellow coloration with a finger and a half of rocky white head. This isn't my normal situation, normal camera, but I think you can see here. I would normally put my fat face. There you go. You can see. Look at those lips. It's a clear beer. It's got a nose on it. Mm. Definitely crackery. Jacob's cracker. Definitely. That smells so good. It's just old school, old world, style beer. But it's extremely malt forward. So you also have, like a beyond the. Well, I'll put it this way: you definitely have this like lemongrass aspect to it. This definitely earthy, grassy note to it. Yeah, definitely like a earthy umami, note on, the I should say the maltiness definitely takes precedence though. but it's a crackery malt with this like bright lemon note after it. It smells amazing. I'm diving in. Cheers. Oh, man. Wow. Super effervescent. Have to talk about that immediately. High carbonation, extremely spritzy, very effervescent on the tongue. Yeah, very crisp. It's a shame because I don't see this anymore. I got this right when my old bottle shop was closing. Unfortunately, I have not seen this anywhere around me. Wow, that is good. Okay, one more sip. So, again, I'm going to say saltine cracker in terms of the flavor. Saltine cracker. And then you're getting an apple crisp kind of like flavor. Also, a bit of lemon, but lemongrass, I would say. Definitely lemongrass. Yeah, but apple. Wow, that is good. Yeah, saltine cracker, apple with a touch of lemon. Also getting a drizzle of honey on that as well. But the honey is like, I mean, it's subtle. It's subtle. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like pulling it out of my ass. It's it's very subtle. Yeah, and that's on the finish. Honestly, it kind of finishes with this like sweet honey. It's good. I enjoy it. All right, that's it for this video. I should say live stream. This is only my second live stream. I don't know what I'm doing. So thanks for watching. Hey, peace, Josh. If I knew how to share a link and do all this, that, and the other, I'd be happy to have you come on up. But I don't know how to do that. So wait, maybe. Let me see. Nope. Edit. What about edit? No. Look at me being a douche. Invite? What about invite? Look at that. How about that? Controls. Okay. All right. I'll do that. That in there. See if Josh wants to hang out or not. If not, I'll give it about literally 1 minute. And if not, that's cool. I'm gonna head out. Enjoy the rest of this Virginia beer, Josh. I actually would be interested to know if you've ever heard of this brewery before, because I've had a handful of them now, and they have been really good. But I really like farm breweries. I really like what that what they do. I like the weediness, the organic. All right, sorry, I'm like pouring them beer and totally off topic. Yish. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, okay. I'm glad somebody else has heard of them because I've never heard of them before. It was I heard of them the like 2 weeks before my bottle shop up here in Frederick uh closed down. They're like, "Oh, check this out. We got this in." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But you know what I really like about them is it's like they have old world style beers. They have Kolsch, they have Pilsners. Like they weren't, well, I should say they did not have IPAs available. But what they were doing well were the old world style beers. Penn Druid is another great one too. Penn Druid. Are they from Virginia too? I think I have heard of Penn Druid before. I just haven't seen them up here. Anyway, I know everybody like has music playing in the background in their live streams, and I'm like, I'm still not sure how you can play music and not be copyright infringed, all that stuff. So I'm just gonna start rambling on, or I'm gonna call it quits. It's 11 o'clock. The new Mortal Kombat game came out. Way off topic, but I'm trying to finish that new Mortal Kombat game. Also, got myself involved with that Yellowstone series. I don't know if anybody else is into that, but I didn't get into Yellowstone. I started on 1823. Watched that while I was on vacation. Now I'm into 1923, trying to finish that, and then I'm going to start Yellowstone. Oh, what's he say? Shanda. Shanda. Gotta head to bed, man. Just want to start. Hey, cheers, Josh. Appreciate you stopping in. Really, seriously. Awesome. Shanda. Get out. I'll have to look into it. For sure. Just searching around, making sure I should or should not continue this live stream. Man, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is a damn good beer. Just extremely fresh, very crisp and clean. And I mean, it does have that grassy aspect to it. So, if you like that, great. If you don't like it, well, it's not for you. I really like those farm breweries where you get that, raw, I'll say raw, grassy, earthiness from it. That's fine. It's fine, Chatio. You could get your crap beer and hang out. I've been saving this one forever, and I was like, you know what? Jesus. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to the point where I get to review it. I may as well just fucking drink it. Sorry, fucking drink it. And do a live review. That's why I did this. I don't ever do live reviews. Want to hop on up, Chadio? Although I will say, we're going to hang out for like 20 minutes. Because I want to go watch 1923. I'm on episode like what? It's 5, I think. There's a total of 8 episodes. Freaking sucked into it. Then I get into Yellowstone. Huh. I'm going to share the link. I'm still new to all this. There we go. Total noob. There we go. I'll hang out for another what? So it's 11:09. Hang out until 11:15. If anybody wants to hop up, great, awesome. Hang out. At least hang out. I don't know. Say midnight max. If not, all right, awesome. Peace out. Yeah, and you know what? It's a hazy. I don't want to say necessarily hazy, but like it is not a clear beer. Oh, we're yawning. What's going on, Chadio?
Told you got crappy beer.
What you got?
It's called Outlaw.
Outlaw. Oh yeah.
It's kind of like your what's it called? That cheap beer you guys have out there. Looks like the Pringles going on it on the can.
Oh my god. Yes, I know what you mean, but I can't think of it right now.
I can't think of the name either.
I know. Yeah, totally know what you mean.
Long but good day.
Yeah. I hear you. I just got done. Again, I know we've talked about this. 30 years. Mortal Kombat. I played Mortal Kombat for 30 freaking years. I finally got through the story mode tonight of the newest, game, and I was like, oh, it's awesome and
nice.
But of course, I had a couple hazies, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on here and see if I can,
That's usually how it goes.
See if how everybody's doing. If anybody wants to chill. But anyway,
I did a smidgen of gaming earlier with some people I used to game with years ago. So nothing special. They went on their GTA 5 roleplay server and like, you should come play with us. I'm like, some other time if you guys want to kind of just show me the ropes again, because the map is off, because you can edit the map, so they changed some things up and how to access the inventory and stuff. It's like it's all changed since I was last on. I'd rather get on off air with one of you guys, just one-on-one, just to kind of regain the ropes. I won't stream it or anything, but I'll get on and have fun with them.
Sure. Yeah. No, I get it. I totally understand, because I grew up, again, like I was saying, Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat through Genesis. Maybe like Mortal Kombat trilogy is what it was. And so now I try to play these new ones. It's like I am so out of the loop. I have no idea all the combo enders and all this new shit. And I'm like, I have no idea. It used to just be like, you did X forward Y, forward X or something, and you did a move and that was it. Now it's like, no, you have these combo breakers and fatal blows and everything. And I'm like, I'm so out of my element.
Yeah.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy to get through the story mode.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's it. For me.
Yeah, I don't even know how to get on that server anymore. I even told them if I wanted to tonight, I don't even know how to access the server. I still have all the old access and everything. I said, and I still have all the old CAD saved, and they're like, "Oh wow, you do need to somehow get back on and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, big time."
Yeah, so, totally.
Glenn's like, yeah, friend me on Discord, and we'll chit chat, this week or next week, and figure out an hour or so that you and I could just kind of go on it one-on-one. I'll help you recreate your characters. I said, yeah, because all my characters are created wiped out when they changed the CAD and everything. I was like, dude, that's one of the reasons why I kind of haven't been on it, because that pissed me off, because it took me hours to create all the characters. And just a click of a button, they erased them all. I'm like,
I believe it. See, now I also know people that that's what they live for. They love that shit. I used to.
Once in a while.
I don't know if you know this about me, but my life was consumed by the game of World of Warcraft.
Many years ago. Never got into it because I saw too many friends back in the day just kind of disappearing for months on end.
I ended up having to quit. It was like, hey guys, in my guild, I gotta graduate college, so I'm gonna have to quit the guild. So
Speaking of which, you motivated me to reframe my degrees.
Oh,
because I see him behind you. I was like,
I know.
So I posted a photo. I don't know if we're connected on. I don't know if we're on Facebook, but
it's an achievement. It's a major.
It is. And I'm like, I need to reframe them. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, basically. Shows my name, very small, but yeah, kind of like that. And a photo of me get my bachelor's.
Nice.
Big one's my master's, small one's my bachelor's. Bachelor's all creased up and messed up. I'm like, well, it doesn't matter because it's basically almost worthless to me at this point since I have the master's. Even though I still owed $8,000 for that degree, but whatever. They haven't come at me yet. They have me under income base, so I owe nothing a month. So I'm like, perfect.
I know what you mean. I'll be paying off that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, they have me on income based, and they're like, oh, by the way, if you keep working where you're at or keep doing, something in that field in 5.5 years, contact us and we'll forgive every penny. I said, yeah, that's the plan. Because I've been in the service industry, quote unquote. So that's why I stuck around public libraries for so long, miserable, just to kind of eat away at that clock. And now I'm in a safe place. I go, it's a safe space. And I'm just kidding. I'm in a good place at the university.
Awesome. Well,
a little respect. A little.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mess up. I don't get yelled at. I mess up.
I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it at all. But for me, it was like, oh, okay, so we're hiring you, and you have a master's, so we're going to pay you a little more.
Yep.
Than a normal startup,
Yep.
But then also, don't tell anybody else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm saying this live on a stream because everybody knows at this point. So I'm not trying to hide it.
Yeah, I'm basically around what will be about the minimum wage starting January. And it's when my boss has said, you do know, even though I'm not quote unquote Denver, we are the Denver campus. And I'll be making under their minimum wage. And she's like, oh, I know. I'm already into talks with HR to get you an increase to not or the official librarian in that position, not what they're getting paid, but it's definitely going to help you out. Like, you're going to see major differences in pay, hopefully in January. It may take February or March, but I'm pushing for that because she's like, it's ridiculous, but you're getting paid for your background.
Right.
Like,
right.
I can leave.
Yeah.
If we didn't meet every week, I can leave you alone for weeks on end, and you'll get your shit done.
Yeah.
Like, her and I, we talk once a week. She sets aside an hour. We basically talk for maybe 15 minutes, and she's like, "All right, well, we're all caught up because I always start out like, okay, I finished this, finish that, finish this. I'm working on that." And then my boss was like, "That's everything I had written down." So she's like, "Yeah,
all the boxes."
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good to go.
I got something I need to get going tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to. I have to go through the website and update a PDF with steps how to access things because we updated our website and everything. So I have to get all the fucking screenshots and shit. I'm like, fuck.
Yes. Well, we're
8 pages. I already have 2 done, but there's 6 more. And I'm like, ugh. She's like, I told you you'd have to do that. I'm like, I thought you were kidding. Dang it.
No, this is the end of our fiscal year, so this is the point in time where I get to hold the performance reviews with everybody, and it's like
that we get ours. I don't know. I told my boss this. I didn't even access it because from what it sounded like, I didn't need to access it if nothing changed from last year. And I'm only a year and a half in. I don't see anything really changing since we talked and put new goals in. I believe I'm hitting those goals. And she's like, "Yeah, you are. For the most part, you are. But yeah, we'll have a little bit to talk about." I'm like, "Well, that's always a good thing if there's room for improvement."
Well, that's. I should watch exactly what I say, but you always need to, unless you are
but
an amazing person, but you always should be coming up with okay, here's where you can improve. I mean,
well, it's always how she does it is the way I like. I even told her last year after doing it for the first time with her, I said, "That's exactly the way I like it is. Here's where you're excelling. Here's where you're meeting expectations. Here's where you can improve in the next year. Let's just start out with the good. Then okay, you're doing pretty good here, but you can improve a little bit here. Here's what needs the improvement."
Yeah.
So, I already know. I know it's going to be I know.
That is exactly how I do it. Exactly how they tell us.
That's how people are trained to do it anymore.
Yes,
you don't want to just flat out come out like, okay, so you need to work on this. That's
be like, all right, so you suck, and
pack up your desk, get the fuck out. Don't need you anymore.
It was like, yeah, no, you can't do that.
We got AI to do your job.
even if you did, here's the thing: it's like even if you did suck, it's like. Yeah, well, but okay, so here's where we need to see improvements with you.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be on the mailbox, but everyone else is taking care of it. I thought last Wednesday I said, I thought I was the one on top supposed to be doing it. She's like, no, I told everybody, as you can tell, I've divvied it all up. I said, well, I'll take everything before I cancel. Those numbers are going to be just lopsided against me. She's like, well, I know. She's like, but yeah, keep checking when you do 3 times a day or so. And just if there's something you can do it. It's fine. If I told it the other 2, it's just keep an eye on it and take what you can. Some things I can't do or I really don't want to do. She knows that.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to sit and tutor a student for an hour. That's just not where I excel.
No, I get it.
I mean, I'm the stats guy is why I was hired.
There you go. Right.
Doing stats and stuff. So just let me do my thing independently. Leave me alone. I'll get it to you by Friday. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Even if I email it to you after you leave at the end of Friday, you'll get it. It'll be confirmed sent on Friday. Even if you're not there. You'll see it Monday.
Right. No, I hear you.
What's up, Jason? Good to see you, sir.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Hey, Hey, Angie and Jason. Yeah, cheers. Oh, man, I am totally out of beer. I have to go down and grab another beer.
There you go.
I feel bad. Like, okay, all right, let's see if I can do this.
You need a beer fridge in your office, buddy.
Yeah, I totally do.
Like a mini fridge. Get one of like 150 for those itty bitty. Like 4 to 6 cans, depending on the size.
All right. I'm gonna walk away for like, I don't know, 1 minute. I'll be right.
Okay, I'm counting 1,000, 2. I'm just kidding.
Do it. You should do it.
No, but oh my God, Chad, I'm so footballed out this weekend. Like, I turned the Broncos game halfway. I'm like, I can't do any more football. CSU game last night took me down, man. Kicked my ass. Glad CU won, but that game was like 4 hours long, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, just somebody win. Double overtime. And they fell from 18th to 19th, which I figure they're going to drop a smidge or stay the same. Oh, thanks for those lovely hearts there in the chat. Wish they would have placed that elsewhere. Ooh, there you go. Yeah. Other half.
Yeah, why not?
I want to say I almost bought Green City from Tavor a while back. Almost got it.
Right on. I'm gonna have this. I'm not gonna lie. I might call it quits. Okay, what is it? 11:20. I'm calling it quits. I'm putting it in a half hour.
Perfect. Works for me. I gotta call it quits then too.
Yeah.
Showering, go to bed, and you're talking about what you're watching. I'm watching this old Irish show called
oh yeah, what are you watching?
Father Ted on Freevee. It's an old UK show, Irish show, or not, sorry. Well, no, not UK. It's Irish show.
Right on.
Let me differentiate that. It's called Father Ted. Came out in the 90s. It's really funny. I'm almost through the whole series. There's only 3 seasons.
Obviously, that's why I heard it. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's I'm watching. Have you ever heard of like Yellowstone?
Yes, I've heard of it. Haven't watched it.
Kevin Costner and everything. Yep. Well, so it's interesting. Like, my family, they were like, "Oh wow, we heard all about this." I'm like, "Well, yeah, me too." And they're like, "Well, there's the what do you want to call them? The prereqs, the prereq shows that." Yeah. So came out with Yellowstone, and then there was all these like prereqs, and the prereqs was the first one was 18. It was called 1823.
Or 883.
1883. You're right.
Yeah, 1923. I've heard of both of those too.
1883, and then the next one was 1923, and then it was Yellowstone. In terms of how it should have actually progressed in the timeline, how it actually came out was Yellowstone, and then I guess
1883.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, the way I pulled it up is I started watching 1883.
Okay.
And I'm just like, well, that's awesome. Totally awesome. It's been interesting because I've been dealing with like some of my family members, and we've been delving back into like the homesteading days, like trying to like go back to like find our heritage and everything. And it's like, okay, so all right, so we moved from the Scots, actually. I have Scottish background moving here, and they're like, all right, and then they homesteaded, and we have records of some of them, and then others they're just like, nope, we have no idea what happened. Maybe they died. Who knows?
Oh jeez. Yeah, I need to go to a genealogy center and do some research.
No, fascinating shit.
Probably both sides of my family, moms and dads. I need to put an end to a decades and decades long argument that no, we're not Russian, we're Polish. It's like, I don't know. I kind of have a lot of Russian characteristics, facial characteristics, and
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't have any German in us. I'm like, last name is pretty damn German. So
honestly, everything you just said, I've heard, I've had in me. It's like Russian, German, Swedish, Czech Republic, all of it. Well, certainly Czech. I know. Polish. Yeah.
I got those big three, and like, there's other two in there. I'm like, is there a little German? Is there a little Russian? I want to find out because I know my mom's background pretty good. She did a lot of research and matched stuff with President Buchanan. I'm like, all right, the worst president in U.S. history, Mr. Buchanan, who started the fucking Civil War. I'm related to that son of a gun.
Yeah, well,
come on, man.
If it was you that mentioned something along these lines of, when you got to pee, you're a Russian.
Yep. When you're in the bathroom, you're a peeing. When you're going to the bathroom, you're a Russian.
Yeah.
I'm
going to remember that one for sure. Yeah. That's totally something my father would say back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, totally. It's like on my father's side, it's more Czech Republic, and we don't know exactly. On my mother's side, it's Irish and Scottish.
I can see the mix of
both. There's a tiny bit of German in there as well.
I could just look at you and see some of that Czech, some of the.
There's also Swedish. There's
Swedish too. Yep, I was about to say.
Blonde hair and the blonde, blonde hair and the pale white skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like everyone in my family tans well. We really don't burn, except for my sister. But
good for you.
We're really related.
I'm in the sun for 5 minutes and I end up like with skin cancer.
Jeez. I got the sun a lot in
Florida. I don't even mean to like joke about it because it's a serious thing, but it's like, I got to watch myself when I'm in the sun.
Yeah, I got a decent tan in Florida, but didn't burn.
Oh yeah. How was that? How long were you there? We're there for like a week.
A 1 week and 1 hour.
Nice.
Landed there at 4 p.m. and I flew a week later at 5:30. So like a week and an hour and a half.
Right on. Yeah. Were you there with family or did?
Yeah, I'm visiting family.
Right on.
I was able to get together with a couple of friends, but not all of them I wanted to see. I'm going back in April. That's gotta remember to tell my boss that on Wednesday. Like, I'm planning this day to this day, like early to mid-April. I don't think it's over Easter. I don't know when Easter is this year. Shit, or next year. Let me look that up.
April something.
March 31st. Perfect.
What? Are you kidding me?
Well, it's either March or April. It's kind of like Passover. It's the same
month. I'm a horrible Catholic. I guess Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. Watching this 1923 series, I'm not going to spoil it for you by any means, but there's the old school. We're going to, get the Native Americans, and we're going to make sure that we, get Christianity into their lives.
I'm thinking of the same word you were thinking of. I'm
trying to watch what I say, but you know what I'm talking about. Back in that day, it was like
I forgot that.
They're just say it. I will say it. Like they're heathens. They're whatever. And oh my God. It's harsh. It is it's hard to watch. I'll just say what they end up doing. Extreme. And this goes back.
It is.
And I remember my father telling me, he's like, oh yeah, I went to a Catholic school and they beat me with a ruler. I'm like, yeah, okay, they're doing that, but they're doing that times like 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000. It's
my mom got slapped with a ruler once, and that's all she needed.
Yeah,
right in the
no,
hand.
this is like that times 1,000. It is rough. It is
Yeah.
rough to watch.
Yeah.
But it's the truth, and it's what happened, and it's one of those, I had a I'll just say this. I had an aunt, I have an aunt that, I went to Savannah, Georgia, and went to a mansion necessarily that had slavery and everything, and she was like, wow, that I can't believe that you went there and it was so harsh and everything. And it's like, I you can't forget. That's the thing,
Yeah, I know.
these it's there because you can't forget.
Yeah.
It's important that you don't forget these things. This is anyway. I don't want to get into the super politics here, but it's like it's like it comes up, and it's like, well, why did you go there? It's like, well, because it's important, an important part of our nation's history that we cannot forget, because we need to remember these things so we don't repeat them.
Anyway. Exactly. Yeah. Let me grab beer real quick.
And that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll end it there. Oh, go ahead, grab a beer.
Yeah, I'll grab beer. Yeah, I can still talk. I can still hear you. Oh, look, I'm at the beer fridge.
I hear you. I'm hearing you talking about the beer fridge and everything. Yep.
You're good, yeah. Well, I'm gonna iterate that. It's just real quick, is I'm tired of like history being buried. I'm like, do you not realize what you're doing? Is you're trying to bury it, to forget it, and it's just going to repeat itself. That's why I'm like anti, not teaching this or that. I'm like, no, you got to teach it. Don't fucking sugarcoat it either.
Exactly.
Fuck the feels.
No, I completely agree with you right there. And, we learn from our mistakes. And, like, that's why we need to know what happened in this country.
Right.
Civil War, all of that. Seriously, holy shit, crazy.
Right. Look at that. You still have your tassel and everything behind you.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where mine are. I'm a high school tassel and an undergraduate. I do not have my graduate tassel. I ordered it. They never sent it to me. I'm like, well, it was $10, whatever. But still, I'm like, I kind of wanted it because I wanted a frame like that for my master's degree.
Yeah.
But they're like, probably they didn't send it to me because I didn't go all the way to fucking Buffalo, New York from Denver to walk. I wanted to. I just didn't have the money. So I attended the graduation virtually, and they still said I heard them say my name. I was with my mom. We're like, yay! I'm like, okay, now I'm done.
Yeah. My name was said. I'm good to go.
Yep. They had all the in-person people, and in the mix of like the different, like, all right, coming up this department.
Yeah.
And before they walk across, they said the names of those who graduated remotely, and then the students who were in person went up.
Yes. Yep.
I'm like, that's kind of cool. I'm like, they said my name. That's great. But I heard no cheering when I graduated my undergraduate. I could hear just a section exploding. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I also hear some closer yes from like my classmates and stuff. So like we were cheering each other on.
I had two people, there were my family. It was my 60-some-year-old mother and 67-year-old father, like, yay, Ryan.
Yeah. No, it was just, I'm trying to think how many were there. 7 that I knew of. And I told some of my neighbors and some other friends, like, yeah, I'm graduating this time. I guess they came too because I could hear different cheering and stuff. So I'm like, that's awesome. So,
no, I hear you. I get it. It's a huge. It
Mhm.
truly is. It's a huge accomplishment. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, I always I think back. It's like, all right. It's like, you already got through your undergrad, so now you're doing your graduate,
Graduate.
and,
Yeah.
that's 2 years, and well, we already came for your undergrad, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you go back for a doctorate?
Just my what did I say? Well, what is it?
Masters.
Masters. Thank you.
Yeah. But you wouldn't go back for more?
No,
Me
no.
neither. My boss asks me
Right.
all the time, like, "You sure? I mean, we'll give it to you.
And I'm not gonna
I
lie.
already got enough debt and I'm good. Like I'm like 40, I'm done. Like, no.
I
I
really
got 2
should.
degrees. I'm good. Yeah.
I had 2 degrees, and I'll just put it this way: it really didn't benefit me that much more.
Yep. No.
Just having
Same.
a degree. Yeah, I think maybe offline I'll go into more, but
Okay. Yeah. Well, mine
that's
didn't really benefit me too far because where I studied with my master's is I'm not there. But luckily, working on my master's, I was working at a university. But I was IT, but I was still like repairing the software, installing the subs, getting to know the software just by doing that, troubleshooting the software,
sure.
interacting with like librarians and library staff. So it's like I was able to get to know the ins and outs. So
Yeah.
that benefited me where I'm at now. Even though there was 6-year gap between the jobs,
Right.
still stuck.
Yeah. And for me, it was primarily just a well, since you have a master's, we'll start you off at this pay.
Yeah. I wish I got that.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that was 14 years ago.
Yeah.
And has very much come back down to normal levels.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Right. Yeesh.
I'm like, I'm not really surviving here. And I came back from Florida, and my refrigerator, when I got back, was running loud. And when like the compressor shuts off, it's like, I'm like, oh fuck me, no, now's not the damn time. So I basically turned up the freezer, I turned up the freezer a little bit and turned up the refrigerator a little bit. That way, it's not like running as constant. Just make it this much warmer and try to limp it longer, but I don't have $1,000 for a new refrigerator.
Oh, no. At the same time, I am waiting for my refrigerator to end up fucking crapping.
Well, mine's 30 years old. It came with the place, so I'm not surprised.
Right. Well, mine's 20. I'm sorry, 2025. Yeah. So I'm waiting. Again, like you, I'm waiting for it. I'm expecting it.
Home ownership, yay! You got. I dealt with the shower last month. I'm like, no, try to get me close to Christmas, and I'll tell my parents who have not been together since the 80s. Like, all right, help me out.
Yeah.
I found one at Best Buy. It's a Frigidaire. And it's like a bottom freezer, which I'm like, yes, I would like that bottom freezer, please. And the top is, open, kind of like mine. It's got the French doors starting at French doors start out at $1,200. They all come with ice makers. Well, I can't connect an ice maker, so I'm like, I don't know. I have a top freezer, bottom fridge now. I'm like, I want to flip that, and I'll have to cut the bottom of my cabinet above the fridge just to make it fit.
Right on. Yeah.
Of course, it's like an inch-ish too short in that space. So I'm like, all right. I talked to my neighbor, Fernando. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Just let me know when to do it. I'll do it. I had to do it for Ricky, too. Yeah. So, I'll definitely do it. It takes me, 15 minutes, and that includes cleanup. I'm like, perfect. I was like, all right, I'll pick you up some Modelo or something for helping. So, yeah. One up at Best Buy is like $600, and But then you have the taxes, then you have like what $150 Holloway now. It's like fuck,
Oh, yeah.
I got to do that too.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'll pay for it.
I never knew. I taught myself how to deal with toilets.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So I had this toilet, and I mean, I knew it was flushing almost every single fucking day, and I thought that it was a I don't want to say the gasket. I would say that would be between the actual tank and the actual like bowl. And
no.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Take the tank off and everything. Yeah. Oh.
And I'm saying I thought it was because I thought that I had recently replaced the flapper. And you know what I mean by that, right?
Yeah.
Back of the tank, the actual flapper that makes the seal. And it's like, all right, okay.
The lever, yeah.
Which I did. I know. I swear to God. I did. I swear I did that. All right. Well, anyway, the tank would flush every like hour. I was bleeding money, if you will. So I'm like, okay, something's wrong. So for an entire month, I just cut the water off of it, and then
cut it off when you're done using it.
There's no reason. Yeah. I mean, holy shit! I'm not gonna spend that money just bleeding money. So anyway, I went and bought a gasket. The gasket that would go, in a sense, like from the tank to the actual, toilet itself. And I'm there, and I'm like, holy shit! I don't know how. After I got a towel and like got all the liquid and everything out of the back of the tank and everything, and I'm like, holy shit! I don't know how I can actually remove all this to replace this. But then I realized I took the flapper out, that seals it, and it was so warped. It was extremely warped. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Yeah, right. And so what pisses me off is like, I just replaced the flapper, like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
6 months. It shouldn't have to, like the rest of the flappers in this house.
Yeah.
Don't have to be replaced, that often. So I'm like, what the hell is going on here with this? Anyway, so I bought this $2 gasket from Home Depot, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to replace all this, and I'm like starting to like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to like, I think I need to turn this and like completely, rip this whole thing out and like replace this gasket. And then I realized I'm like, I pull the actual flapper out. I'm like, oh, well, there ain't no way this is gonna make a, tight seal. It's all, I'm like, all right. So I took another 2 hours and went to Home Depot and bought, a new flapper. Anyway.
No, I just replaced both of mine 2 years ago. $250 each. I'm like, I'm not going cheap on these. I did it on purpose. I'm like, I use them every day. They're kind of a necessity. I'm like,
right. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I bought identical boxes that have the actual lever.
Yeah.
Open up the first one, had 2 buttons on top, the big button, the small button. I was like, and didn't fit underneath. Like it's, I think it's called. I forgot what it's called. It's like a piece of counter goes above the toilet. It was literally not even like
vanity,
quarter of an inch. A banjo.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like a banjo. It's like a banjo arm.
I'm not gonna lie. I have to pee so bad.
Okay, go pee.
I have to go so bad. I'll be
right. Don't you hate when it just hits you guys? out of the blue. You're like, I'm good. Oh, I'm not. So, of course, before I play games with people from my old gaming community, I'm like, I didn't know how long we were going to play for. So I'm like, all right, make sure you go. And I went and we played for maybe a half an hour. Like, all right, well, we're going to go on the server. I was like, I don't know how to access it. And like, well, we'll teach you. Not tonight, but we'll teach you down the road. It'll be perfect. Not in a huge rush to get back on there, but I know once you get back on there, it'll be fun. So yeah, look forward to hanging out with these guys for sure. So yeah, I've got the guy up still, keeping an eye on the chat, making sure people ain't acting a fool. Oh, there we go. Yep. So, I'm starting to get tired. I don't even know how many football games I watched. I watched 3 yesterday, 1 today, 1.5 today. So almost 5 football games. And I watched my school, Buffalo, get the living crap kicked out of them by Liberty. I'm like, son of a bitch, they suck. I'm done watching them. So not watching them this year anymore. And he's back.
All right, thank you.
So what I was saying is, one of the toilets fit perfect under the banjo arm. It's called. It's the extension of the countertop. That's kind of like that wide, but goes from the countertop to the wall. It fit perfect. It fits with about, quarter to half an inch, room enough to take the lid off if I have to. It'd be a pain in the ass to work on shit. But
right.
The other one was about a half inch too tall. So my buddy's like, well, do you want me to trim it back or just take off the whole banjo arm? I'm like, just take the whole thing off. Like, I want to replace, the sink and the countertop and the mirror and everything in this bathroom soon. Well, now I'm motivated to do it because I replaced the tile in the shower. That toilet's replaced. I'm like, okay, the vanity's next.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll have to pick up more flooring.
Now, you're out near Colorado, right?
I am in Colorado. I'm by Denver.
I
bought at the end of the recession.
Out there, and when I do, I'm hitting you up.
There you go. You gotta come out. So many breweries.
Exactly.
Yeah, look at. I bought my place at the end of the recession. I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for me like hitting it right, perfect, buying this place cheap. Yeah. And now its value is like. But talking to my dad, we did the math. He's like, even with repairing and upgrading things in that place, if you sell it, and the realtor fees and everything, he's like, you're gonna walk away with at least $120 at this point. I was like, okay,
yeah. See, now for me,
more, I'm like, well,
I want to go to Rocky Mountain National Park. I'm, of course, like I was telling you, Fish goes to what the hell is that place? I forget what it is, but
is it Dick's Sporting Goods Stadium where the soccer team plays? Yeah,
I mean, I've been going to Dick's for like the past, I don't know, over 5 years. Oh, Yeah. So of course I'm like, I need to make it there eventually. One day. I need to make it there. Now they just released, just so you know, that they're going to be putting on a festival at Dover, Delaware. So
you're not too far.
Probably, yeah. No, it's about it's still 2.5 hours away. But maybe I need to hit up, Alex.
Yeah.
And, drag him to a Fish concert. I think he would love that.
Any direction I go 2.5 hours. I'll still be in Colorado, except for north. I'll be in like just north of Cheyenne. But yeah, east, south, and west, I go 2.5 hours. I'm still in Colorado. Like even Breckenridge, I think that was like 2 hours and 10 minutes away. Yeah.
So okay, so how far away are you from Dick's Sporting Goods Center?
The stadium,
the actual stadium.
Half hour.
Wow, really? That's it?
Yeah.
Get the hell out.
Yeah, half hour. A half hour from downtown Denver too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's good to know. I'm just saying that as in like, Fish goes there like they go
Every year.
single freaking year now. It's a thing. It's just what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be like, "Hey, Chadio."
I'm like, all right. I may not go to a concert with you. The prices. No, I'm like, I'll grab a beer with you before you go or something. But to eat.
Why wouldn't you go? You may as well just like go. Why
Maybe.
not? Why not?
Might as well. Yeah.
What?
I probably know like 1 or 2 songs, but hey, I'd still have a good time.
But that's it. I mean, like, I guarantee you, you listen to a couple songs, you get into the
Listen to Fish.
feel of everything, you'll be like, all right, you know what? This ain't all that bad.
I've listened to Fish in the past. I was walking to a bus stop and
I know, but I guess what I'm saying is, or what I am saying is, when you see them actually live, it's a different kind of experience.
Yeah.
Sure, I do understand. I get listen to them, and it's like, it's not.
I thought it was a live album. I was walking to the bus stop to go to school, and I looked over next to me, and like right next to like someone's trash can was a CD. It was sitting upside down. I was like, "The hell's this?" And it said Fish. And I'm like, "Well, it's double CD." And I looked inside. I'm like, "The CDs look good." So it must have fallen out of somebody's car getting out or something. I was like,
"Oh yeah, sure."
My backpack, and of course, when I went home from school, threw it in my Discman, and I was like, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
I liked what I heard.
Okay. Yeah, no, and I do get that. The okay.
No, I like the instrumentals and stuff. Like the jam bandness about them.
Right.
So I know I'd have a good time. It's just ticket prices.
Well, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
I would say it's a 2 or 3 day festival.
Fish's ticket prices are pretty much what you would expect from any other band at that rate.
I think they do like a 2 or 3 day festival.
Yeah. Now they did. Now you're talking about festival. They literally just announced that next August they're going to do a festival. Now I think about it, it's in Dover, Delaware. So I should probably hit up Alex the Beermaster and see if he wants to go to a Fish. 4 days. 4 days. It's 4 days. 4 days in Dover.
I don't think he'd go for 4 days. He couldn't handle it. He'd be done after 1.
I don't think I want to take.
Well, you'd have to go and get him too. That's the thing.
Ooh, that would be rough. That would be rough to watch Alex for 4 days at a Fish festival for 4 days.
Right. Yeah. Just being at a festival for me personally, 4 days is just like, oh no, too much.
Oh, I've been
Memphis in May. I was like, and I was like, no, even though it's like a weekend, that's just like it's a lot of money for a weekend. I'm good.
Okay, it's a lot of money. Yes,
it is.
First up, but I'm just saying this as in I've been there at least 3 times on Fish festivals before. Yes. And in fact, I was in Maine for Fish's so-called farewell at that point in time. It was they were supposed to be, quitting.
Yeah.
And and I was knee deep in mud. Knee deep in mud.
Oh, jeez.
Like, that kind of a situation.
Wow.
And they called it the what was it? The sandal graveyard. They called it the sandal graveyard because everybody was going out with their, flip flops and sandals and going into a mud situation that was literally like 2 to 3 feet deep. You lost your sandals, obviously.
Yeah.
My my parents. I'm not gonna lie. At this point in time, I was young and 20. I was like 21.
Yeah.
But I was using my parents' custom van, and we were using that. That shit was so caked in mud. My
Oh,
parents
dude.
were when we came back. My parents were so pissed.
Yeah.
They were so pissed. I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand what we just went through.
Right.
Like, and it's like, it's not even that we were drunk and having a good, it was like, we're just trying to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And, like it was a muddy
Ugh.
mess. It rained for 2 days prior to the festival.
Oh my gosh.
And then we got there, and they actually had a tractor pull my van to our campsite through the mud because there was no way to drive it,
Yeah.
there. And they were like, all right, here's where you're going to do, and then everybody actually dug a moat around their actual tent.
Yeah.
They dug a moat where the water would, fill, just so you could, sleep in your tent without being drenched.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. So, there you go. Cheers.
Cheers, Wild Man Ryan.
Good times.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, my friend. Back in the day.
Damn.
It was a good time. I'll tell you, the concert and the music was amazing.
Whoa, I'm falling asleep. It is but midnight your time.
It is. Yep, you got it. Well, hey, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it was a good way to wrap up the weekend, wrap up the night.
Absolutely.
Having a beer with a bud.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, hey, take it easy. I'll talk to you next time.
Sounds good, man. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Well, 12 o'clock. Literally 12 o'clock. Hang on for a very brief second. See if anybody else was to hang on here. See if they want to hang up. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna call it quits, I should say. And I think I am on the what would it be? The sixth, actually. Yeah, that's right. The 6th season of 1923. So through my family, they got me into 1823 is the name of the TV show. Or I should say TV show. So it all stems back to Yellowstone, which is the name of a TV show again. But there were prequels released. I guess there was 1883, which was really good. I loved it. And now we're on to 1923. So I'm five. I'm four episodes into 1923, about to start the 5th episode of 1923. 1923. I'm saying that because we have a lot of Irish accent and Scottish accent as well. And then there is Yellowstone, which is 5 seasons of Yellowstone. I haven't watched any of it, but I do know that we have Kevin Costner, which I freaking love Kevin Costner. So I'm super excited for all of that. Okay, I guess, what is it, 12:02? I will keep this going until 12:05. 12:05. Maybe. If anybody wants to hop on, I saw Angie, for a little bit if she wants to hop on, but I'm not going to lie. I'm literally going to watch a TV show. So totally understand. Totally understand. I shouldn't say that. That's extremely disrespectful. Cheers. Sláinte. Yeah. All right. I know it was shorter than I thought, but I'm going to call it quits. All right. Thank you for watching. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. Let me know. You had, apparently, right now, I'm drinking other halves. Green City. Let me know. Have you had it? And what have you thought of it? Until next time, peace.